everybody, I'm Merisu the Art Sheep, and thank you so much for checking out this video. And today, I am drawing Kirisame from the anime Dr. Stone. Yay! I actually posted this first sketch and then the silhouette of her on my socials. I think it was just Twitter and Instagram. And I was asking if anyone could guess it, and no one bothered to guess it. That seems to be a running theme on my socials, is that sometimes I pose a question and everyone just kind of likes it and they don't actually answer the question. That's neither here or there. You don't have to answer it. But anyway, if you've been watching my live streams, you've actually probably heard me talk about Dr. Stone. I've actually been watching it, and I gotta say, I've been enjoying it a lot. So I actually first watched the anime, I think season 2 was still in the middle of airing, because I was watching in the dub, and I know I had to finish it in the sub because the dub episodes weren't out yet. So I was watching it right around when season 2 started airing, and I thought it was good. I didn't think it was bad, and I was really intrigued by a lot of things that it presented. Like, I liked a lot of the science stuff, I liked the mystery, it was just very fun. But then after that I just kind of stopped, and then I heard that season 3 was airing, and then season 4, and I just never really bothered going back to watching it. Then I found out that the manga is finished, and this upcoming season, which is going to be in April, is going to be its last season. And I was like, oh, okay, I might want to get back to watching it and try it again. So I watched it again from season 1, and like I said, I actually really like it. I think it presents a good mystery. I like the characters for the most part, not all of them, but I do like a lot of them, and I really do like all the sciencey stuff. And it is funny because if I watched this when I was younger, I probably would have not liked it as much, because I would have probably been complaining, where are all the female scientists? Wow, some of these people who are like, they're 4 generals, they're not even scientists, why are none of them female? That's totally what I would have been like. And yeah, if you want to see like females doing stuff, I can understand that, but now I'm just like, I don't really need to see that stuff. I mean, it'd be cool if they did, but at the same time, it's a show for boys, so yeah, it makes sense. So it didn't really matter. And like I said, I really did like the characters, and the one I decided to draw is Kiresame. Why? Because I really do like her design, and I overall like her personality. She's not in it very much, mostly just in the Treasure Island arc. At least I think that's what it's called. And then she's in it a little bit as a very minor side character in the next couple of arcs. But that said, I like her. She had a good impression on me. So I wanted to draw her. But another character I really like is actually Suika, but I didn't really want to draw her because she's kind of tiny, and I didn't really feel like drawing a tiny person. So I ended up going for Kirisame. And I gotta say, the pose was a little hard to work out, but once I got it done, I think, okay, that part was the hardest part, so I just kind of moved on. And then I realized, oh wait, her hair is kind of hard to do. I guess it's kind of like in dreads or whatnot. Oh dear, Kirisame, run, run! You'll be cancelled. But yeah, I guess it's in like these very thick kind of dreads, and so I was trying to really think of how they would work, and also they could still see her face. You know, I just wanted to see how it would look. It was the pose, so it did take a little while to play around with it. But in the end, I think I got it. And after that, it was pretty much easy. Like, I thought the, like, bags on her chest area, I thought those would be hard, but they actually weren't. The one thing I really like is the leaves that are on her hair. It kind of makes her look like a dinosaur. I don't know why. That might have been what they were going for. I don't know, but it does look cute. And when I say dinosaur, I mean like a cute kind of dinosaur, not like old dinosaur. And then, of course, I had to make her swing her weapon because that looked, I think it would look really cool. I'm not gonna say what her weapon is, just in case you haven't watched it and you don't want any spoilers, because like I said, I overall do recommend it. It's been a very fun, enjoying show, and I think that I'm very excited to see how it ends, because that is the one thing that it presented from the beginning was everyone gets petrified and you don't know how it happens, and you know that it's going to, well, obviously it's going to be science fiction, but they're going to try to attempt to explain it with science, so I am very looking forward to it. I have a feeling, I remember watching the Film Fairy with Matt Pat a long time ago, back when he was doing it, and the one that I ended up watching the one that he did on Dr. Stone. If I remember correctly, he theorized that it could be nanos, and I do have to agree, that does seem very, very likely that it could be that, but I don't know. No spoilers. No spoilers, please, in the comments. Anyway, next I was going to do the sky background, and I knew the sun would be behind her, and honestly, it was a little bit harder than I thought because I didn't really have any proper photo references, so I looked online and I didn't really know what to type, so I just loosely typed person standing in front of sun, worm's eye view, and nothing really good came up. I found this one photo that was like, okay, at least it's better than nothing, but it really was not what I was looking for. But nonetheless, I still stuck to it, and I think I did pretty good. It's just these dramatic, anytime I get dramatic shadows, I don't really know what to do. It is funny because I don't actually like drawing dramatic shadows, especially if I'm drawing a character for the first time, because then it kind of covers up their colors. Because everything is darker than it already is, so I don't usually like to do it, but I knew for this drawing it would just look really, it looks really right, if that makes sense, because if I didn't do it, it would just look kind of funny, because the angle, everything about it is just working, and I think the dramatic shadows really just add to the drawing's experience. And for the most part, especially considering the fact that this is my first time drawing her, I think I did really good. I am really happy with it. She was actually way easier to draw than Akiza. And technically, Akiza, my drawing of Akiza, which got very good reception. Thank you to everybody who watched it. Like, there were so many people who, I mean, I'm sure to ever people, it's not very much, but there were a lot of people who commented and liked it, so thank you so much. And yeah, like I said, technically Akiza, even though it was my first time drawing her, she was a lot harder than Kiresame, and I want to say that was because Akiza's accessories, details, all that was a lot more ornate than Kirasame's, and there's a lot more lines and stuff, and a lot more to think about with the skirt and the way it flowed. Because in the case of Akiza's skirt, I couldn't tell technically if it was like stiff fabric or like flowy fabric, and in the end I made it as flowy fabric, because even my brother was like, when I was asking his opinion, he was like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell because I don't really know what the fabric would be like. And like, yeah, well, I'm gonna treat it like flowy fabric. But because of that, there was things that I needed to think about and such, whereas Kirasame's fabric for her skirt, the area, I already knew, okay, this is very flowy, it's very thin, it's very loose. I knew exactly what it would look like. So there was nothing really for me to think about. It was just like, yeah, this is easy. This is easy. I can do this. I can do this, I think. Hopefully. But no, I am happy with it, because anytime I draw a new character, it's always gonna be like a toss-up. Is this gonna suck or is it gonna be good? And in the end, I think it was pretty good. I love coloring green eyes. They're so pretty. They're very, very nice and fun to color. I would say probably green eyes were probably my favorite to color, right next to blue eyes, and red hair is my favorite to color out of hair colors. I do like black better, but there's just something about coloring red hair that's really fun. And what's really funny is that I don't have have an original character. I don't have an original character who's got red hair. I'll have to fix that. Anyway, I almost forgot to color in this braid thingy, whatever you would want to call this, and I was going to go back, which is funny because I actually stopped recording. I was going to leave the drawing as is, but then I realized there were some extra details that I wanted to do, and I realized I'm going to actually record those because I forgot to do those with my Akiza drawing, so I'm gonna make sure I actually record those. And it's a good thing I did go back, because like I said, I realized I forgot to color the braid. And also it gave me an excuse to add this kind of whoosh, woo, woo, rope spinny effect, and that was really fun to do. Like, I really did enjoy it. And yeah, I gotta say, this drawing was really fun. It was fairly easy. It only took me about 4 hours to draw. It was funny because I was talking to my kids at Bible class because they were asking me about artwork, and I told them that art can't be rushed, and I said that at shortest the drawing's taken me about usually typically 3 to 4 hours, and just the idea of drawing that long blew their minds away. And then when I said it long as it took 50 hours, they couldn't even comprehend it. Yeah, my Color Princess drawing, in case you're wondering, that took over 50 hours. But anyway, that was my drawing of Kirisame. I hope you enjoyed. I will be back with another one, hopefully real soon, because like I said, I've got a lot to do. Until then, bye!